Of TNT Sports. We're down to the last four in the championship, and the quarterfinals provided some thrilling action. Top of the North, Manchester avoided a slip-up as they silenced the Lions' roar.
Roy Hastings slams it home, and that's probably it.
The miracle didn't happen for Chester. They were crushed by the Towers of London.
Bucknell with the jumper. Vintage Steve Bucknell.
Sheffield bit the bullet as Birmingham won through with the Phoenix rising to hit 26 points.
Rearranged from Justin Phoenix, the bullet are in front.
The Rocks outboxed the Tigers in a thriller to reach the semis in only their second year.
There's one of the Bravehearts from Scotland with his blue and white painted face.
For two teams, Wembley vacuums. Yes, the two organizations who have dominated this trophy over the last 4 years meet today in our first semifinal game as the London Towers tip off against the Birmingham Bullets at the Coventry Sky Dome. 1995 was the last time a team other than the Towers or the Bullets raised a trophy at Wembley. Only one team advances from this game to the final, so expect the action to be intense. Joining me, Kevin Cato, our coaches, Paul James of the Thames Valley Tigers and Chris Finch of the Sheffield Sharks. Both coaches were knocked out in the quarterfinal stage last week in what were the two most exciting games. The Giants manhandled the Lions. The Tigers went down to Edinburgh. The Towers were too much for Chester, and the Bullets prevailed against Sheffield. So our two semifinal games are as follows. The Towers and Birmingham. The Towers own a 3-1 season advantage there. Manchester versus Edinburgh. The Giants have a 4-1 season edge this year. You can see this one, 10 o'clock, Sky Sports 3 tonight. Last week we had 4 winners, 4 losers for you, Chris. Was there anything that stood out in that game for you?
Well, I thought it was the shooting. Whoever got consistent inside points, whether it be your post game like Birmingham or offensive rebounds like London.
So here's same thing, Paul, to you.
Yeah, same thing. It's not a very friendly court, but free throw shooting was, the percentages were down last week from all teams. So whoever makes the least mistakes today is going to win the game.
Okay, now out of those teams, the losing teams all shot more free throws than the winning team. Now, there's always drama at this stage, and waiting to reveal the two teams' innermost thoughts is Suzanne Dando at courtside.
Now, would I reveal their innermost thoughts? Well, I probably would, Kev, if I knew them. But these two teams have battled it out many times before. They're seasoned campaigners in the London Towers, of course, but they're up against a team who have done it all before in the Birmingham Bullets, including an outstanding performance in their quarter-final battle against the Sheffield Sharks last weekend. So I guess it's a case of talent and experience versus talent and experience, I suppose. But I think this is going to be a game where you've got to hold on to your seats.
Hands up.
The Towers and Birmingham have dominated the championship over the last 4 seasons, both winning the title twice in alternate years.
It's something they strive for all your career. Wembley is the biggest event. There's a lot of events going during the year, but Wembley's the event because everyone's watching you. No one's playing. There's no side games going on. Everyone's watching you, and it's what you aim for when the season starts, is to lift the Wembley title. So it was an unbelievable feeling, and it would be a great feeling to have that again.
On the 2 previous occasions Birmingham have progressed past the quarter-finals, they have gone on to win the championship.
I'd like for us to get to Wembley and to win Wembley more for this team than for personal reasons. The team has been up and down all season. We haven't ever performed, I think, to the level that we have expected of ourselves.
H.L. Coleman was a member of Finger's 1998 championship-winning side, but he knows where his loyalties lie now.
It's different sides now. Like you said, I was with Birmingham then, and we were trying to win. Now I'm with the Towers, and we're trying to win a championship. So I got to go with the Towers.
Dominating the boards was key to both teams' quarter-final success, but the Towers feel they will have the edge.
anytime we do that, that makes us dangerous. Anytime you get Marty Hanlon getting some stickbacks and then Donnie Johnson and H.L. Coleman battling the boards on both ends, ignites our fast break. It gets us some easy putbacks. That's probably the best part of our game right now.
With 2 trophies already this year, defending champions London are favourites to progress to Wembley.
We're going to come in with our Twin Towers and Bucknell and our backcourt, and we're going to do exactly what we've been doing all season.
Either you win or you go home, and I don't think we're ready to go home yet. And so each team plays it's going to be a tough game. Every team's going to be fired up to fight.
It should be an exciting one. Chris, what are the role of rookies at this stage of the season? Barry Bowman, Sean Jameson.
Well, I think you got to play steady games. You can't make mistakes. You can't make crucial mistakes. Step up if you're given the opportunity, but not try to do too much. Let the veterans who've been doing it all year, who've been doing it before in the past, really carry the bulk of the load. But oftentimes, Kevin, that rookie that has a special game will really take his team home.
They've always talked about that old adage, defense wins championships. How do you guys feel about this? Here we look at this. The 4 teams that are left are in the semifinals. The 4 teams after that were the teams that made the playoffs. The teams that didn't play defense didn't make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, Kevin, I think anytime you can keep a team down to below 80 points a game, you're going to win more games than you lose. And right here you can see that's exactly what's happened, and perhaps maybe the 4 teams that have got through now done so on defense.
And 4 out of the top 7 teams that were leaders in scoring this year didn't make the playoffs. Here, let's talk about Danny Lewis. Danny Lewis, they're 2-1. The Towers are when Danny Lewis doesn't play. The one team that they lost to was your team. The other 2 teams had losing records. In tonight's game, Danny Lewis doesn't play. What does that say for the Towers?
It's going to be a long night for them. I think Danny Lewis gives them a spark. When there's a big play to be made, Danny Lewis makes that play, and I think without him, they lack that leadership.
Who do you see winning?
I'm going with Birmingham. I think after last weekend, they played with a lot of passion, a lot of commitment. Best they played all year. It's a great time to get on a run. Towers injury worries. Birmingham's deeper. I'm going to go with them.
Okay, who do you like?
Likewise, I'm going with Birmingham. Danny Lewis isn't fit. Birmingham's going to win.
Okay, 2 Birmingham teams here. Now, last year, both the lower seeds won their semifinal games, and will the trend continue? Chris Finch joins the maestro on the microphone, Daniel Rowledge, for Game Action.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Let's take a look at the 2 team lists for today's game, starting with the London Towers. The defending champions are looking for a record-equaling 4th championship final in only 5 years. Once again, Danny Lewis suits up, but once again, how effective he will be remains to be seen. Martin Henlon passed a very late fitness check on an ankle injury he picked up this week in practice and is fit enough to start inside. Doubtless, he'll be pivotal in the post for the Towers. So the Bullets and Birmingham played what Coach Mike Finger described as their best performance of the year to get here. They will need to at least equal that this week if they're going to reach a 3rd championship final. To the starters, and despite an MVP display last Saturday, Justin Phoenix comes off the bench. Sean Jameson also had an impressive game last Saturday. The big question is whether he can be as effective against a much taller Towers unit. The 2 teams make their way out onto court. The Bullets fans on their feet. They're the noisiest at this moment in time. And the jump ball will be between Donnie Johnson and Fab Flanoy. Donnie Johnson wins the tip, but only out of bounds, and the Bullets will have the opening offense of the ball game. The bookmakers have the London Towers favourites by 5 points. Now, both you and Paul James said you fancied Birmingham. Why?
Well, I think you have to understand as well that I think the bookies probably didn't realize Danny was going to be sitting to start this game. I just think that Birmingham playing with a lot of commitment, a lot of passion coming down the stretch of the season, got everybody back healthy, and they haven't had that all season.
Now the first offense here, we see it go inside to Sean Jameson. He had a great game against you last week. How do you think he'll fare against the taller Towers unit?
Well, I think they'll make it a little bit more difficult than we were able to. They'll go to him early and often, though. I think he's going to get his point.
Lloyd 3 doesn't go. Bowman ended up with the ball in his hands. Here's Bucknell now for the Towers. Into Johnson. Donnie Johnson fires up and gets the first basket of the game.
Nice move in there.
Is there a foul off the ball? No, the referee, Will Jones, is just going to have a quick word with Martin Ford and Martin Henlon even. and Sean Jameson just cut out the action in the low post, I think was the general synopsis of that.
Yeah, Jameson's got some wild elbows down there. Big guys like to bang.
Martin Henlon will give as good as he gets, you can be sure of that. Tete to Burns. Flanoy with time running out on the offense. Tete has to shoot and does it short. Falls into the hands of Martin Henlon.
It's going to be big to see if Tete can drop a few of those shots. The Towers aren't really guarding them. They're kind of playing a one-man zone.
Bucknell knocks out the 3 Towers with the opening 5 points, all string, on this shot from Steve Bucknell. Jameson backing in on Henlon. Bucknell comes for the double team. Flanoy back to Jameson, goes up strong, blocked by Martin Henlon. Flanoy with the rebound and lays it in. Birmingham's opening score of the game.
And that's the gamble you take when you play a zone in the middle there, partial zone, to try to leave guys free to roam on the
Bucknell
board.
again for 3, 2 for Steve Bucknell.
Nice move, step back there, create some space.
Jameson backing in on Henlon. Lloyd. Nigel Lloyd again, time running out on the Bullets offense. Lloyd's shot got a piece of it from Henlon. Away comes Bowman to Coleman. Coleman with the strong on the left, rebound for Flanoy.
2-on-1, he should have easily finished that. I thought they were going to throw the alley-oop to him. Look at the Towers. At any one time, they got at least 3 guys in the lane. Trying to stop this right here.
Jameson backing. Now it's still Tete. Back to Jameson. Jameson is blocked by Henlon. Foul is called. He got the ball, but he got a big piece of the body as well, I think.
Yeah, he kind of committed to the help when he didn't really have to. Open up a lane for Jameson. Yeah, he got him across the arm.
Checking into the game for the first time, Justin Phoenix, who came off the bench last Saturday and had a storming game. He pretty much was the reason you guys lost to Birmingham last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, he stepped up. When you look at Birmingham and their offense, you know that they're going to go to Jameson early. They're going to go offense. Lloyd's capable of controlling the show, hitting the shot, takes them down the stretch. And then we just felt, someone's going to have to step up big to beat us. Justin did an excellent job coming off the bench. Got started on the offensive glass, then in the second half became more a major part of their offense.
Bucknell with a great give and go to Bowman, back to Donnie Johnson, Henlon, and he comes all the way back out to H.L. Coleman. Steve Bucknell penetrating, flips it to Donnie Johnson for the slam. Great move by Steve Bucknell to find Johnson.
So far, Steve has been an amazing contributor to the game. I mean, he's really going to run a lot more point guard. He's going to settle the show for him.
That's the difference in the game so far. 4 of 5 shooting as opposed to 1 of 5. Steve Bucknell, twice a championship finalist, yet to win one. Went some 9 years ago to the final with Sunderland and was a runner-up, and of course a runner-up for the Towers against the Bullets in 1996. Jameson all the way to the basket, blocked by Donnie Johnson. Tete off the glass. Jameson with the rebound. Johnson got a piece of him that time, and Sean Jameson will go to the line.
2 offensive rebounds. Again, they do a good job of shot stopping Jameson. And I believe it was Tete free to roam on the board. Kept it alive, and they kept it alive. Last week they out-rebounded us 42-28. And the bulk of that was just on the offensive board, Dana.
There was a lot of passion and a lot of aggression on the Bullets throughout the game against you last week. Have you seen it here in the opening 3 minutes?
Yeah, I think that, they came to play. They're intense. They just haven't gotten their shots to drop, but they're still pounding the glass hard.
Sean Jameson draws a blank on the line there. Henlon wants it in the post. Here's his chance to go against Jameson. Going to the hook, tough shot, short. Jameson got a piece of it. But Hanlon seemed to struggle there going against Jameson.
He rolled his ankle this week in practice. See how it played the part. Jameson played pretty good defense there on him.
They only made the decision actually to give Hanlon the start just a couple of minutes before the start of the game. It was a toss-up between him and Neville Austin, and Hanlon, just based on how his ankle felt in warm-ups, got the nod.
Well, oftentimes you got an injured player, you think, okay, he's going to loosen it up, and some adrenaline's going to be flowing. If we're going to get anything out of him, we'll get it early. It doesn't do any good to have him loose and then sit on the bench where it can tighten up again.
Bowman and Lloyd in the jump ball. Lloyd wins into Nico Atete, and Joel Burns will bring it forward.
The first screen here for Jameson going to the block.
Jameson goes on his own block by Martin Hanlon again. There may be a problem with the ankle, but there's nothing wrong with the hands of the big man.
And he wants a foul from Will Jones. There you go. Watch it, almost got technical. Thought he should have gotten one.
Here's another look. Hanlon goes up.
Yeah, probably was a foul there. He'll get enough before the night's through. Don't worry.
So the man has seen several of his players foul out against Sean Jameson. Here is Jameson in the post. Back out on Lloyd. And again to Jameson. Jameson backs his way into the basket and lays it in. He's got 4.
Will Jones is stopping the game. He's going over to have a word with Mike Finger to tell Jameson to calm down. Now, that's twice he should have... he's really demonstrated the referee's face, his displeasure there. He's going to take him out and calm him down.
Mike Finger has sent in Clive Allen for Sean Jameson. As you say, referee Will Jones went over to Mike Finger, said calm him down or I'm going to have to take him out of the game. So Mike Finger took the sensible option and just gave him a breather. Johnson back out to H.L. Coleman. Coleman who had it knocked away by Nigel Lloyd. Justin Phoenix picked it up. Here's Joel Burns.
I think Joel Burns could have a big role to play. He dropped a couple shots for him.
Phoenix for 3, his first shot off the bench, and he picked up where he left off last weekend.
Yeah, it's one thing. He only averaged about a little over 1 attempt a game from out there this season, but he shot it pretty well, about 37%. Big, he can shoot up over people.
Bowman's shot doesn't go, but it bounces all the way out to Donnie Johnson. Hanlon inside, Bucknell has it now. He's fouled and will go to the line.
Some nice interior passing there by the Towers here. Good post up by Bucknell. And
foul is called on Nico Atete. And now checking in for the first time is Danny Lewis. He hasn't played in a few weeks because of this back injury. And this is a crucial time now for the Towers, because if he's going to do anything, like you say, he's going to do it early in the game.
Yeah, but it's important also for Danny to let the game come to himself. He can't go out and try and do too much, having been out. Teammates aren't really used to playing with him over the last couple of weeks, so just let the game come to him. He's experienced enough to do that.
Neville Austin coming off the bench for Martin Hanlon, and Sean Jameson also coming in back into the Bullets. I would assume Mike Fingers just said, come on, calm it down. We need the aggression, but we need it channeled in the right way. Be interesting to see if they go straight to Jameson.
They'll post him up on this block here, run him off the screen.
Phoenix out to Lloyd. Lloyd slapping away the hands of Bowman. Now Nigel goes to the basket and is fouled by Barry Bowman.
Oh, that's a terrible call. He never got even near him.
Certainly Barry Bowman agrees with Chris Lynch on that one, but it'll send Nigel to the line for a couple of gimmies. For Nigel, 90% shooter from the foul line. Bab Flanoy checking into the game.
Birmingham just brings so much energy off the bench. They can bring Phoenix, an energetic player, athlete. Flournoy, another one. Those guys just run everything down.
Mike Finger had a word with the referee during those free throws. Danny Lewis bringing it forward now for the Towers, guarded by Joel Bones. Austin. Bucknell round to Bowman. Still Barry Bowman pulls up for three. That's way off the mark. He hits the deck. Brad Flournoy with the rebound.
Right away we see
Nigel Lloyd going to the basket as foul. Barry Bowman offers up the ball to say I stole it, but the referee had another idea.
I was just going to say, Daniel, we're just watching Danny Lewis. He is ginger out there. Even though it's a back problem, it's caused some problem down in his foot with the nerve, and he's had problems pushing off, and that's going to be the key. Danny can't get in there, be strong, and push. Offensively, he may be out there to be more of a decoy than anything else.
There's another guy who's come back from illness. He had an operation, played last Saturday, of course. Alley-oop to Phoenix, couldn't quite hang on. Danny Lewis will amble it forward. But you would imagine Danny Lewis would struggle to take it inside here tonight.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see a typical Danny Lewis game, but he's still smart enough. He can still run the show, and before the night's out, he'll still hit a big basket or two.
He comes up with the loose ball. No reset on the shot clock. The Bullets never gain control of it. Danny might need to get his first shot up. Gets it to Bucknell. Bucknell for three. Short. Donnie Johnson chases it down. Borsa keeps it alive. And the Towers regain possession.
Good scrap there. They got caught in Danny got caught in a trap. Bucknell did a nice job faking, just left it way short. And then they just hustled to get it back. Excellent hustle there by Bolsa.
Brian Bolsa with the save. Steve Bucknell now going to work. Good move from Bucknell, trying to feed it to Austin, but he got it to Johnson instead. Back to Austin. Austin having it ripped away by Fab Flournoy. It'll be a jump ball. Good help defense from Fab.
Yeah, Fab can go down and commit to that help because he knows that Donnie Johnson, while he's got a respectable jumper out there, they're not going to look to kick it back out after they throw it right down into the 7-footer.
Martin Hanlon checks back into the game for Neville Austin, but Neville's in the jump ball, so he'll be asked to come back from the bench. And here he comes, and Martin Hanlon will go back. You cannot sub the jumper. So Hanlon goes back to the subs bench and will await the next break. Jameson comes up with it, and Lee Walker with his first touch of the game. To Lloyd. Lloyd under pressure off the glass. Bolsa rises higher. Four shots without a score for the Towers as Bucknell goes strong to the hole. He draws a foul and has a chance from the line.
That's 3 times already. Bucknell has put his head down and he's gone. Twice. Last 2 times have been on Phoenix. They obviously feel they got a match up there that they can take advantage of. Steve's smart enough, recognizing, going to the basket, get Phoenix in trouble. He can't hurt you at the other end.
There's Martin Hanlon, who eventually gets to come into the game for Neville Austin.
Both teams running a lot of substitutions early.
Steve Bucknell going to the foul line with the chance to become the first player into double figures already in the game. He has 8. 9 of the 13 points, the other 4 points have come from Donnie Johnson. Just 2 scorers in the game so far for the London Towers, and Steve Bucknell has 10 of them. 4 of 4 from the line so far tonight for Steve Bucknell, number 3 in the country, behind Danny Lewis and Nigel Lloyd.
Towers go to a zone back here on defense. Actually looks box and 1. Bolsa's marking
Stolen away by Donnie Johnson. Lewis has it. Lewis to Bolsa, and right there you saw Danny Lewis with struggling with that back problem, because ordinarily he'd have taken that to the basket.
Yeah, but the important thing was he didn't do anything dumb, and this team got a shot out of it. Now,
5 minutes since the Towers got a floor basket. They have got some free throws in that time, hence why they lead by 3. Phoenix backing in. Bucknell knocks it loose. Still Phoenix comes up. Tough shot from Justin Phoenix. Lee Walker on the offensive glass to put it down.
Donnie Johnson outnumbered 2-1 on that weak side block. Tried to take care of the big guy, but the athlete Walker sneaks in there and gets a nice stick back.
Lewis to Bolsa. Bucknell coming up high to get it. Again, he's looking to go to work on Justin Phoenix. And the foul is called against Phoenix, much to the disbelief of Mike Finger.
Will Jones let it go here with the block, and then when he goes again, he sticks his chest into him. You can only ride him off so much before it's a foul.
Mike Finger looking to end his season on a high. His career with the Bullets will end tonight unless they win. Bolsa knocks out a 3, his first shot of the night.
Brian Balser coming back after being out with illness.
Lanoy had it knocked away by Lewis. He saved it on the floor. Now he's looking for a teammate. He's not moving, but Johnson with the steal. 3-on-1 break. Bucknell to Lewis. Back to Bucknell. Bucknell with the pump fake. Draws the foul.
I think that may be 3 on Justin Phoenix.
Second personal foul on Phoenix. There's the steal from Donnie Johnson. They ran it all the way back.
Not the most creative dribbler in traffic there is Donnie. Wanted to give it up as quickly as he can. Not a classic fast break. A little bit too tight. They need to spread it out a little bit more to definitely get the finish.
Everybody running down the middle of the floor. Bucknell with 10 already. 5 of 5 from the free throw line so far tonight. 21 points Steve Bucknell had last Saturday. That's his 12th point of this game, and we're not 9 minutes in yet.
Towers still sticking to, going back to man-to-man now. Just throwing some defense in, some junk in that makes Birmingham think about it. Phoenix
for 3 again. This one's short. Johnson was going after it, and he touched it last. Phoenix. Atete from the elbow with the jumper. That's short. Bucknell backs it up a couple of times, still keeping it alive, gets it to Bolsa, who's knocked over by Phoenix, but Bolsa saves it, and away comes Steve Bucknell. Back out to Bolsa for 3 again. Yes! Brian Bolsa, 2 of 2 from deep. He's got 6. The Towers lead by 9.
But much more importantly, Steve Bucknell just twisted his ankle on that play. Same injury that Pete Scantlebury had last week. Didn't roll it on anyone's foot. He just jabbed it into this brand new floor. It's a little bit tackier than we're normal, and it just rolled on him.
He now goes to the bench to receive some treatment. And we hope it's not as serious as Pete Scantlebury's last week, where he did not come back after he went to the bench the first time, especially as Steve Bucknell has 12 of the London Towers' 22 points in the first quarter here. Ball a little bit damp, so referee Will Jones just going to dry it off with a towel. Steve Bucknell, there's confirmation over half his team's points thus far. That's a big loss.
Yeah, they could not afford that. You know, that's not even taking into account his leadership and his defense.
Nigel Lloyd ticking you down here. Got to get a shot off. Lloyd does just in time off the back of the ring. Danny Lewis goes after it with Jamison, but can't come up with it. Steve Bucknell is trying to walk off an ankle injury. He leads all scorers with 12 personal points, but Sean Jamison and the Bullets are still in this one. At the end of the first, it's 22-13. We'll be right back.
More live football coming up for you here on Sky Sports. On Sunday at 5:30, St. Johnston takes on Rangers. On Monday morning from 11:30, Manchester United against Chelsea. And on Tuesday night, Ipswich takes on Crystal Palace. There's 3 games coming up for you all live only on Sky Sports. And here at the Coventry Skydome, the London Towers lead the Birmingham Bullets 21-13. It's after 1. It's back to our comms, Chris Finch and Daniel Routledge.
Thank you very much, Kevin. As you can see, the two teams now making their way back out onto court. We're ready to go. It'll be Johnson against Phoenix. Nigel Lloyd races it back quick. Brian Balser got a piece of his arm, quickly admits to it, and will send Nigel to the line.
Get the tap here. I like about that foul there. It's like so far down. We're just talking in the break. Birmingham have 1 basket out of their offense. They got Phoenix's 3. Everything else has been stick backs. You know, the longer that goes on, the less confidence you have in your plays, less confidence you have in just your free-flowing ability.
Nigel Lloyd misses one from the line. There's one for the scrapbook. You don't see that too often. 90% during the season. Oh, Nigel Lloyd 0 for 2 from the line. Steve Bucknell watching on and suffered an ankle injury late in the first quarter. He leads all scorers with 12 points. Towers on an 8-0 run to open up this 9-point lead. Coleman. Good hands to knock it loose. And the foul was called on Amiko Atete, was it? Or was it H.L. Coleman? They're both 10. So it's hard to tell when the referee just signals.
Yeah, it was on
10.
Coleman, holding him in transition. Good, just got a little bit lazy there with the ball. Amiko, excellent defender. Just pokes in there. Yeah, nice and clean.
H.L. Coleman, championship winner with the Bullets a couple of years ago when they beat the Thames Valley Tigers.
They're definitely going to need him to step up, particularly if Bucknell can only play limited action or worse yet, not return for the Towers.
Just a slight delay in the game as the clock in the arena here is not quite right. They're just trying to sort that one out. 9:33 to go, as you can see from our clock. Unfortunately, right here, they've lost a few seconds and have got 9:19. They're just going to hold their clock and catch us up.
Towers in his zone again.
Jameson inside, can't convert. Rebound for Balser.
Balser's really giving him something. He's come in, he's hit a couple of threes, he's rebounding and battled tough on defense. He's picking up Lloyd.
Henlon in the high post to Donnie Johnson. Henlon wants it in the low post. Jameson knocks it out of his hands. Away comes Joel Burns. Phoenix going along the baseline, spinning. Tough move from Justin Phoenix. It bobbles out, and Donnie Johnson with the boards.
There we see those tight rings again that we were all talking about last week.
5 shots without a score. That's usually when you start talking about tight rings, is when you keep missing them. I'm sure Steve Bucknell doesn't find them too tight. There's a foul right there on Joel Burns.
See Danny Grimison going to the hole there too, but nice move. Bucknell back in, Bowman back in.
There is Steve Bucknell. They haven't scored since he's gone off the court. Been off for probably about 2 minutes of actual playing time.
Here's the Towers starting 5 of the latter half of the season.
Lewis, his first shot of the game. Yes, Danny Lewis for 3 with his first shot of the ball game.
Yeah, maybe this is what they need to do. Just spot him up, get him the ball.
25 points to 13. The London Towers lead the Birmingham Bullets. Inside to Phoenix. Phoenix with the rearranged shot. Tough move from Phoenix among the big boys. And he got it to go. His first 2-pointer of the night. He has 5.
Yeah, nice move. He was nice and composed down there.
Bucknell. To Donnie Johnson. Lewis now. Bowman coming around up the top. Shot clock down to 5 as Johnson fires up long. Bucknell will chase it down. He'll save it to Morton Henlon. Good play from Bucknell. Henlon tries to give it right back to him, but just bounced it out of bounds.
Would have been a pretty play had it come off. Great hustle. Immediately makes the backdoor cut to the basket. Henlon just threw him a little bit of an errant pass. Should have probably thrown on the other side of James.
Birmingham Bullets trailing by 10 with 7.5 to go in the second quarter. Mike Finger with a timeout. Let's go down and take a listen.
Okay, yeah. Listen now. We're getting some good shots. We're just not finishing them, but we need to get some transition baskets. We've got to make a better effort in transition to get some easy buckets. Then we just got to finish around the basket. Okay? We're going to go scramble down here. Okay? Scramble. You two are bringing it up. Okay? Nigel, you're inside. Let's get some penetration, get some open looks, and get a stop on defense. But we got to get something going.
This the 37th meeting in history between these two teams. Birmingham trailing the London Towers 2-1, 24-12. But the one I noticed, the one playoff game, the championship final in '96, the Bullets won. That was the biggest game that these two teams have played against each other.
Yeah, that was a great game. That game, that victory for Birmingham kept London from sweeping the board that year.
Danny Lewis, of course, a member of that London Towers team back in '96, as was Steve Bucknell.
Mike Finger pleading for easy stuff. You know, he's desperate to get an easy basket and get something rolling. Wanted him to get out and transition a little bit more. One of the things that's really hurting and affecting Birmingham is the changing defenses by Towers.
Amico Atete with the penetration doesn't go. Flipped out by Henlon to Lewis. 3-on-2 break. Lewis pulls up, toes on the line. And the rebound is with Amico Atete. Right through the hands of Tony Sims from Justin Phoenix. We were talking about the '96 championship final. Tony Dorsey, MVP in the two Bullets, '96 and '98 championship final wins. He's looking to get there again with the Manchester Giants. You can see their semi-final against the Edinburgh Rocks, 10 p.m. on Sky Sports 3. Johnson from the baseline. Henlon going after the ball. And the rebound with Amico Atete. Phoenix gets the tying roll, and the Bullets are back within 8.
Yeah, and there's a transition basket for you. Kick it ahead to Phoenix, run in and just get down there before the Towers defense gets set. Once the Towers defense gets set, it's tough. We saw that in the Uni Bowl final, Daniel, when Martin Henlon was allowed to set up under the basket and affect the post game, which is a strength of Birmingham Bullets.
Lewis through the middle had it ripped away. Phoenix came up with the loose ball. The steal was from Sims. Atete trying to feed it to Justin Phoenix and perhaps trying a little bit too much.
Yeah, I thought he could have gone and finished there. Bucknell had committed to just stand straight up. He should have just used his athleticism and go around.
Here's the steal as Danny Lewis went through, knocked away, and then they came down the other end and threw it away.
Got away with a little bit of a travel there, but nonetheless.
Birmingham Bullets trailing the London Towers by 8. Now, I believe the Towers beat everybody this season bar you. The Bullets hadn't beaten you until last weekend. In fact, you didn't lose to a single Southern Conference team until last weekend. So,
yeah, and a lot of good that did.
It means nothing until you get to this stage. Henlon to Coleman. Coleman got to shoot it 4 on the shot clock. Tough shot with Phoenix right there. And despite the protest from Bolsa that Phoenix got a piece of it, Coleman accredited with an air ball. Danny Lewis taking a breather at this moment in time. Doesn't have total match fitness, of course, with all the rest he's been forced to take with the back injury. Sims for 3 off the back of the ring. Allen backs it back to him. Stolen away by Bowman. Bowman will beat Allen the length of the court and lay it in.
Yeah, Towers switching between zone, man-to-man. This time it looks like they're dropping back into a zone, paying extra special attention to Lloyd.
Easy lay-in for Bowman. Phoenix for a long body is short. Rebound Tete, and like you said, they're not getting that many points from offense, but at least they're going after the ball.
Yeah, they're doing an excellent job on the board, but what they got to do is make sure they don't get frustrated and keep bombing away. It's not their game. They got guys who can shoot it, but within the context of their stuff.
Foul called on Emiko Etete as he held Steve Bucknell going around the screen. That's his second. There's Steve Bucknell going around. You can see him grabbed hold by Emiko Etete. Danny Lewis with some ice on the hip. Coleman for three. Off the side of the ring, Bowman going after it. And Bowman touched it last. The Bullets get it back. Here's another look. There's the shot going up. Bowman going after it. And adjudged to have touched it last.
Jamison back in and probably try and post him up down inside the zone here.
Here is Jamison. He's forced to throw it back out. It was last touched by a Towers player. Nigel Lloyd inbounds, and then he has Bowman in close attention. Paplanoy quick off the bench to tell his team to shoot the ball. They still need to block by Martin Henlon. Bolsa. Good head fake from Brian Bolsa, but he missed the lay-in. Super play at first, but you got to make the layup.
Yeah, exactly. He did an excellent job. Under control, stop, fake, and then just tried to shoot it a little bit too early.
Here's the block by Martin Henlon. Nice, easy one for him.
Serve that up. Here's the nice jump stop, excellent fake. Just didn't extend to the basket. Oh, I don't know how that's not his ball.
It did look as if Jamison was last to touch that, but the Bullets have it. Phoenix. 5 now on the shot clock. I don't think Phoenix sees it. Phoenix fires up a prayer and it bounces. Is it worth 3 or 2? 2, says the referee. It's a 6-point Towers lead.
You got to be pretty happy. Down 6. You really haven't gotten anything in the context of your offense so far. And you're getting tough stuff to drop like that. You just hope you don't have to live like that all game.
Hanlon trying to back in on Jamison. 2 big guys going at it short. Phoenix with the rebound.
Wow, is this game physical? It's really picked up. They were calling everything early, and they haven't called anything of late.
And then there's a foul called at the half court by Barry Bowman, his 3rd personal foul. Just a sloppy slap on the back.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I saw a lot of those being let go earlier. You know, now they're calling it. Maybe they're trying to clean it up. It's getting a little bit too physical down inside. People shoving. There's big guys out there. But still, it's got to be in, you know, in the context of the game. We got to make sure that the shooters are protected and the guys going to the basket.
Phoenix. Tony Sims Jamison screaming for it in the post. Finally he gets it with 7 on the clock. Backing in, still backing in, spinning. Phoenix with the rebound, and there was a foul called underneath on Justin Phoenix, clearing out Steve Bucknell to get the rebound.
Yeah, Jamison, you know he's going to turn to his right. He just can't finish that one. Yeah, he pushed them underneath. Good call.
And that is foul number 3 on Justin Phoenix. Here's another look at this shot from Justin Phoenix. It was adjudged to 2. I'm not sure his feet aren't both behind the line there.
Oh no, it looked like didn't it look like his foot came down before he released it on that one? I'd like to get a look at that again if we can. Looked like
2 minutes ago, Mike Finger has called a timeout. The Bullets trailing by 6. Let's take a listen.
Emiko here. Who's left? Fab. Justin's out. Okay. Fab get free. Okay. Sean pop out. Pass it to Sean. Tony, you got to come back and get free. Okay? Amico, you're coming through. It's corner. Sean, you're screening for Amico. And then after that, you're going in and posting up. We want to try and feed Sean in here.
Right there on the back side, come through, right?
You cut through.
Yeah, okay.
Come on, let's go. Let's go, brother. If they're man-to-man, it's Cobb. 1, 2, 3,
Phoenix, the leading scorer. The question is, on this shot, A, was he behind the line first of all, which I think he is there.
He definitely is
there. Does
there.
he land before he shoots it? Just got it out. Just got it out in time.
That's got to be a 3.
It's got to be a 3.
I agree with you. Daniel is clearly behind the line.
That's the floor shooting in the game thus far. The Towers have really taken a dive here in the second quarter. Bullets haven't shot very well at all in the game. Steve Bucknell, who had 12 of the first 22 Towers points, has yet to score in this second quarter. He's gone almost 10 minutes of play without a score. Flanoy to Jamison on the trail, too strong. Jamison gets his own and sticks it back.
Again, excellent effort. It got beat him down the floor in transition. Flab feeds him. They're just creating stuff off the offensive glass.
Does he get an assist for that, though? Thrown it off the glass to himself. Johnson being harassed by Fab Flanoy. Still Flanoy all over him, and eventually Fab Flanoy is called for a foul.
Not sure about that one. Certainly I thought a foul earlier in the possession. That's clear. I mean, that's such an unorthodox defense. It's hard to reward, even if it is clean. All over his back. Bucknell needs to go to the basket again. He hasn't gone to the basket for a while.
Pulls up for the jumper, short. Coleman tips it back out towards him. Bucknell will chase it down. Bolster in the corner for 3. He'd made his previous 2, but that one didn't go.
Birmingham has picked up the energy both ends of the floor.
Jamison backs right into the basket. Great move from Sean Jamison. It's a 2-point London Towers lead off the back of 8 straight Bullet points.
Nice move there. The help was just a bit late, and he split it. There you go.
Bucknell going to the basket, draws the foul from Atete. You can see what Mike Finger thought about it. Foul number 3 on Amico Atete.
Yes. Now both Atete and Phoenix, guys who are going to use the guard Bucknell, have 3.
Steve Bucknell to the line, looking for his first point in over 10 minutes of play and doesn't find it. He was 6 of 6 from the line before that shot. Steve Bucknell with the free throw. You can add that to a 2 from Bowman and a 3 from Danny Lewis. 18 points would be low for one team in a quarter, but between the two of them, not very many points here in the second period.
No, I think the defense has really stepped up. It's too physical out here. It's real physical.
Lloyd through the middle, fires up with 5. Can the Towers get it in time to get one off? It's Hendon who underarm the length of the court. It's way short. There's nothing between these two teams. Ron Aberglen and Mike Finger will go to the locker room with plenty to talk about.
The Towers, who are looking to become only the 3rd team in history to successfully defend the championship, lead the Birmingham Bullets by 1. Stay with us. More live Super League coming up for you on Sky Sports on Monday night. Warrenton take on St. Helens. And on Tuesday night, it's Huddersfield-Sheffield against Halifax. That's live Super League coming up for you here on Sky Sports. And the first half action here is the Towers off of a fast break. Bowman pushes it down. Here he'll drop it over to Bucknell, who hits the triple. 5-0 to the Towers. Excellent ball movement by the Bullets, who find a wide open Phoenix, who hits the 3 on his first shot of the game. 10-9 London. The dynamic duo of Bucknell and Lewis click as Danny hits his first shot. 25-13 to the Towers. And the Birmingham fast break. pass. Dribbles it down, and he makes a nice pass to Jamison, who's intimidated by Henlon firstly, but he stays with it, follows up 27-23 to the Towers. Here Nigel works the clock down just before the buzzer sounds. He hits the basket, 28-27 to the Towers. Good basketball game. You have the Birmingham offense. Is it the Towers defense or the baskets today?
I think it's a bit of both. Towers are really just packing the key. Jameson gets the ball. They're sending 2 or 3 guys at him, making it very difficult. But what Birmingham are doing well, they're sending people to the offensive glass really hard and coming up with some putbacks.
If you're Coach Ron Aberglen, halftime, what has worried you the most about Birmingham first half?
The boards offensively. I think you're doing a real good job changing defenses, and you got to make a choice, Kevin. You're going to let Jamison hurt you time and time again. Do you help? You give that up, but you got to do a better job, especially with the personnel on the board.
Yeah, Birmingham got 9 points off 9 offensive rebounds. Field goal percentage, I mean, Paul and I are sitting there saying this is definitely ugly shooting. Here you have Towers here shooting the basketball, but
the thing to worry about is, again, if I'm Coach Aberglen, I said 5 for 13. That's not our game. Let's stay off the line. Sometimes I think the Towers have they have an insistence to stay and bomb away when they should go inside.
But you know what that means? The Towers only have 3 two-point baskets for the game so far. So their baskets either been from the free throw line or 3-pointers. We look at the rebound and edge there. Surprisingly, Birmingham has the edge on the boards, but the Towers have all the sides. Out of bench scoring for Birmingham, Justin Phoenix has 9 out of those 11 points, so really not a lot in it, not a lot in it there. The lineometer here, we have it where it's one-way traffic for the Towers in the first half. They've done a good job of controlling it. Birmingham yet to have a lead. Mike Finger is thinking what as he goes to the locker room?
Well, I'm thinking, they're getting some good looks at the basket. The ball just hasn't fallen for them right now. They've just got to keep doing the same thing, and I'm sure in the second half, hopefully some of those easy shots will fall.
Which one will survive it?
Birmingham.
Okay, so we're still staying with Birmingham. So you can join us as a guest at the Wembley Finals if you enter our competition and win. Suzanne has the details.
After 228 games, it comes down to just one more, and one lucky viewer will get the chance to join the 2 successful teams at Wembley. But first you have to get the correct answer to the following question. The question is, how many different Sky Sports MVPs have there been in the Dairy Dunkers Championship regular season? Was it A, 10, B, 15 or C, 20? The winner will receive tickets to the final on May the 6th, VIP hospitality, travel expenses and overnight accommodation, plus a ball signed by each of the championship MVPs, whilst the runner-up will also receive a signed ball. All you have to do is put your answer on a postcard along with your name, address and contact number and send it to Basketball Competition, Sky Sports, Grant Way, Isleworth, Middlesex, TW7 5QD, or email us at basketball@bskyb.com, and all answers must be with us by Tuesday the 25th of April.
The coaches from our second semifinal, Nick Nurse and Jim Brandon, are talking with Suzanne in the Plain area.
Thanks very much, Kev. Well, one of you guys is going to meet one of those teams out there in the final. What do you think about what you've seen so far, Jim, in this game?
I think it's going to be, both games will be very tight because both teams really want it. Obviously, underdogs and overdogs, it really doesn't matter at this point. Both teams want to come out. They made the semifinals. They deserve to be here, and I think it's going to be a great weekend of basketball.
What do you think about what you've seen so far in this first half, Nick?
Well, it's been physical, that's for sure. A lot of banging around and stuff out there. But I think Birmingham, maybe they go in 1 point down, but maybe with a moral victory because they about got away from them there. And I think they want to stay close. And, like Jimmy said, anything can happen, but you got to stay close to have a chance.
Anything can happen. You were pleased to get through those quarterfinals, Jim, but you have said that you think you've got more in the tank there. The team can do better going into these semi-finals.
Yeah, we didn't play very well last game, but we got it done, and that's a sign of our character. We've had character all year long. They're a very, very professional team, and I'm happy to coach them, but I think it'd be more exciting if Nick and I played, actually. I think we're probably 2 of the better players here today.
And just quickly, you've always been tipped as the favourites. It's something you're not keen on, really, isn't it?
Well, it don't matter. We're getting used to it. Every time we turn up, we're expected to win because we're the Giants. So we got to play the game, and we're expecting a tough one today.
Guys, good luck in the next game. Wish you all the very best. Thanks very much.
This is the 6th consecutive playoff semifinal for the Towers organization, whereas Birmingham has made it only for the 3rd time in their history. It's 28-27. The Towers lead. Stay tuned. Action next.
almost there.
Yes, it's in! What a goal! A fantastic finale here. Ow! It's all over!
The key championship matches from Scotland and England. Rangers face St Johnstone Sunday at 5:30. Glory could be in the air this Easter weekend, only on Sky Sports.
The closest shave is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Mach 3. Easy loading, easy rinsing, and 3 blades that shave closer in 1 easy stroke. It's the easiest way to the closest shave. Mach 3 from Gillette.
At Curry's now, buy any Hoover Vortex cleaner and you'll get this Hoover wet and dry cleaner too. And that's a fact.
Well, you can grip it, you can squeeze it, you can hold it, it's so easy with a quick grip. Quick grip, and you can glue it, you can screw it, you clamp it, then undo it with a quick grip. Quick grip, or you can spread it, you can stretch it, you can pull or push or rest it on a quick grip. Quick grip, and you can level it, position it, assemble it, complete it with a quick grip. Quick grip, and you can tighten it or slacken it one-handed, it's so easy with a quick grip. Quick grip, so if you need a helping hand, get down to the shop and buy a quick grip.
Are there any treatments you can buy for hereditary hair loss?
Yes, lots.
But are any of them medically proven to work?
Just one, Regain.
I still need convincing.
Well, it's prescription strength, and although results may vary, Regain Extra Strength is proven to regrow hair in the majority of men. Regain revitalizes follicles so they can go on producing hair. And with Regain Extra Strength, you could see results in as little as 8 weeks.
How can I find out more?
Call 0345 004 500 or visit our website.
Bring it, bring it, bring it. Let me see what you got. You can't take me, man. What you got, man? I got...
More World Championship Boxing next weekend. Live from Madison Square Garden, Lennox Lewis defends his World Heavyweight title against Michael Grant. Also on the bill, Paul Ingle against Junior Jones for the IBF Featherweight title, plus 2 title fights from Wembley. The show starts at 10 o'clock next Saturday night on Sky Box Office. For more information on this big night of boxing, call 0990-800-888. That's 0990-800-888. The biggest margin of victory in the Bullish Towers series this season, which the Towers lead 3-1, was a 7-point win by the Londoners. Let's now get back. Our commentators, Chris Finch, Daniel Routledge.
Thank you very much, Kevin. We're ready to go after the lowest scoring first half in championship semifinal history. 28-27 the score. The London Towers lead it, but Birmingham looking for their first lead of the game at the opening offense of this second half. Stolen away by Donnie Johnson. Jamieson saves it, sticks it back, and Birmingham have their first lead.
Yeah, nothing's changed. They went right down inside. Good help. They got to come up with the 50-50 ball. They don't. Excellent hustle by Jamieson in the stick back.
Flanoy trying to steal it away from Bucknell, stumbling on the floor, saves it. Burns is the only man left on his feet. 3 of them went down to the ground. Joel Burns stayed up, and he profited with a layup.
We got the third guy of the game. We got Flournoy marking Bucknell now. Looks like he's going to try and wear him out.
Getting close to 6 minutes now since the London Towers got a floor basket. Will Jones calling the foul on Fab Flanoy, a holding foul. Just telling Mike Finger he had him grabbed around. It's in the bottom right of your screen here. There he is just hanging on to Steve Bucknell. Johnson with the jump shot. Jamieson with the rebound.
They desperately need Donnie Johnson to get involved. It's the transition.
Flanoy with the lay-in. The Bullets have come out with the first 6 points here. 33-28 they lead.
Yeah, they get a stick back and 2 transition baskets.
They got the last score of the first half and the first 6 for that 8-0 run, which Steve Bucknell has just ended.
One of their favorite plays is to post him on the weak side and throw the diagonal lob. One run it like once or twice this game, but I think they need to go to it more.
Lobbed inside, Henlon breaks it up. Bowman off the glass. Nice bit of acceleration from Barry Bowman.
So far, let's say the game's opened up a little bit there, Dan. You know, people taking the ball to the basket, getting some stuff in transition.
Flanoy to a Tete. Here's Joel Burns. Burns going to the basket. Nice move, but short. Burns chases his own rebound. Lloyd given all the room he needs, but his three-pointer front rims. Tete can't save it and goes head first into Mick Beck and Roger Dehaney, the assistant coaches on the Towers bench. There's Roger. There's Tete just trying to save it. And Mick Beck in the end saves him. Hanlon with the jump shot, he's short. Coleman rebounds for him.
They'll look to post Buck again.
Hanlon from the elbow again short, rebound Bucknell, and will take a jump ball. It'll be between Bucknell and either a Tete or Flanoy. Watching on, there's Mark Robinson, Yorick Williams, both former Bullets. Roll Bowman getting ready for the game later on. There's the Manchester trio. Four of them there. Conlon in there, as well as Dorsey, Hess, and Handy, getting ready for their game later on this evening. Sky Sports 3:10 p.m. Edinburgh Rocks against the Manchester Giants. Brian Borsa wants to check in. He's
doesn't know who he's supposed to come in for here.
Now he's been told to go back. He's still not sure why he can't come into the game, but the referee's sent him back.
I think he wants to come in for Bucknell.
Now I think he's been told he can come in because he's coming in for Coleman.
That was odd.
It was very strange start. But Brian Borsa checked into the game, and finally we're back underway. And here is Borsa. Hanlon again from the elbow. This time he finds the lane.
Yeah, so what they're doing is when they go to post Bucknell, Birmingham's just dropping down and double teaming on the post on Bucknell, leaving the high post jump shot open. If one starts nailing it, they're going to have to come back out, which will open up the post game.
Foul is called offensively against Sean Jameson as Martin Hanlon hit the deck.
Cleared out with his left elbow while trying to create some space.
H.L. Coleman now trying to walk off an ankle injury. And it seems to be a problem here, people picking up ankle injuries. Like you say, a brand new court is a little bit trickier than one that's been broken in, so to speak.
Yeah, and it's just people just trying to stop real quick and their ankle rolling or just going straight forward.
Bucknell. He's guarded by Clive Allen. He wants to go past him, and he does to the finger. Oh, but it bobbled out, and Allen got the rebound. And there's just a damp patch on the floor. The referee stopping the game so that it can be wiped up. There is H.L. Coleman. He's about to take his shoe off. I assume he'll get that ankle taped up as soon as he can, and then come back after that.
Well, this has been a real start-stop quarter. I thought we came out at halftime. We had some good energy here, and then we're wiping up floors. We're tending to ankles, not allowing subs in. Let's get the game going, get some pace, get this crowd involved.
Seems as if the game has lost its flow after the opening minute or so of this third quarter. And as you say, much of it has been peripheral stuff rather than the actual action itself.
And if you're looking for an advantage, I think that favors Birmingham. They're much more slow down and take it as it comes team.
Joel Burns all straight for three. The Bullets are back in front.
Yeah, that was not good defense by Bolsa. They hadn't doubled down off the shooters all game. Just a mental lapse there, and then the kick out. Good job recognizing by Jameson.
Bucknell. Still see Bucknell, and he was fouled on the floor. You can wave that basket off. Foul number 3 now on Sean Jameson.
And I don't know what he's upset about. He clearly hits him with the hip. It's, hip and the elbow and everything.
There's the foul trouble in the game. Phoenix, Atete, Jameson, 3 big players to have on 3 fouls less than halfway through this third quarter.
Yeah, definitely.
Nigel Lloyd backing in on Barry Bowman. Feeds to Atete. Atete going strong. Allen trying to tip it in. You hang on the ring. The referee said no. You can't hang on the ring to keep you up in the air to tip it in, which is what Clive Allen did. Take another look. Now watch as it bobbles out. Watch Clive Allen. He's falling, he grabs hold.
You're not allowed to gain an advantage by using any of the equipment in that way. You're allowed to get up there and touch it while it's on the rim, but you're not allowed to, like you said, steady yourself.
Clive Allen waved off the score as Danny Lewis checks back into the game. Donnie Johnson in the low post, spinning. Great move from Donnie Johnson, super move.
Yeah, I said at the beginning of the half, I think he's big. I think he's key. You know, in the big games, and certainly the Uniball final, and games when they've needed him, I've done on television, done a lot of Towers games this year, it seems like, and he's really been a factor. He's controlled quarters or made baskets out of nothing on the offensive end.
MVP in the quarterfinal last week, 18 points, 12 boards, Donnie Johnson. He's got 6 and 5 rebounds so far. The interesting thing, Donnie Johnson, he may have 5 rebounds, none of them are offensive, and that's usually what we know Donnie for, going after the offensive ball.
Yeah, and let's not forget that these teams have played 4 times and they know each other's strengths, so they're going to keep them off. But if he can get a tip in here.
Donnie Johnson again inside for 2 baskets in a hurry. Towers in front now by a couple.
I like that matchup. I like that matchup for the Towers because Atete, while he's a good defensive player, it usually gets away with his strength and his athleticism. Well, Donnie's a bit bigger and he's just a bit of an athlete.
Here's Atete. Jameson still asking it. Lewis offering some help. He spins baseline. Beautiful move from Jameson, but it bobbled out. And Johnson with another defensive rebound. Bowman coming up the double screen. Hanlon guarded still by Clive Allen. Back out to Bucknell. Johnson again in the post. Got to go for it. Johnson this time for the turnaround. Lloyd with the rebound. Has Atete ahead of him. Here he is. Atete looking for some help. Nigel provides it. Burns open for 3. Yes! His second 3 of the night for Joel Burns. And again, Birmingham take the lead.
Yeah, and all of a sudden Burns is a factor now in the game. Good job getting off. Nice job by Nigel spotting him on the break.
That's the 6th lead change in the match so far, all of them coming here in the third quarter. Birmingham did not lead until the opening score of this period. Jameson got a piece of that shot. Away comes Nigel Lloyd. 3-on-2 to Burns. Burns takes it to the basket strong. Henlon fighting with Johnson for it. Johnson comes up with it. 4-on-1. Bowman to Bucknell. Bucknell draws the foul from Clive Allen. Foul number 1 on Clive Allen. We'll see him go to the bench as Justin Phoenix checks in. Allen getting the standing ovation from the Bullets fans.
The heartbreak there for Birmingham. They had basically a 4-on-2 with Lewis and Bucknell on the ankles. They were a bit slow getting back. Henlon trailing because he was battling for the boards. They couldn't convert. Down at the other end, again they couldn't convert. The easy shot opportunities are going to miss. Bad transition basketball at the moment. Not enough spacing.
Danny Lewis with a word or two for with his coach, Steve Bucknell. Makes them both from the line. Steve Bucknell, 17 points, 12 of them came in the first quarter though. And Brian Bolter checks in for him.
I thought Brian Bolster did an excellent job in the first half. If he can continue in that vein, it's going to be a big plus. Towers picking up man-to-man.
Burns again for 3. Not this time. Jameson chasing it down. Good work from the big fella. Burns left alone backdoor. Nigel saw him, and Joel Burns converted. Great assist from Nigel Lloyd.
Yeah, Nigel's doing a real good job of picking out Joel Burns in the offense. Last time it was on the break, this time down underneath. Nice pump fake and finish.
Henlon lets one go for three. That's short. Jameson will let it run out of bounds. And coming back to the bench is H.L. Coleman. He's had his ankle taped up. He's just come back to the bench. He's ready to go as soon as he's asked to go by his coach.
And then we said Henlon getting baited into taking that long three because of the way they're playing defense, helping on the post.
Phoenix to Lloyd.
They're really looking to spring Burns now for a three. They've run a couple plays for him lately, trying to feed that hot hand.
Lloyd, great play from Nigel Lloyd, sold the fake, Bowman bought it, and he drew the foul.
Yeah, he left his feet, he was out of control. Shooter's always going to have the advantage. And Nigel's been doing this for years.
Foul number 4 on Barry Bowman. He's straight to the bench and replaced by Steve Bucknell. 17 points, 3 boards, 4 assists for Buck so far tonight. Barry Bowman, as he goes to the bench, has had a very quiet night for the Towers.
Yeah, he has. Best when he's got Danny Lewis to play off of. Danny picks up most of the guard pressure defensively. And allows him a little bit of freedom out there on the perimeter and allows him to get out on the break.
There is Barry Bowman, 4 points, 4 fouls, 1 rebound, 1 steal, and a couple of assists in his 20 minutes.
Birmingham have put Phoenix on Johnson. I'd go right to him, maybe get a 4th foul.
Henlon with the turnaround, jump shot short. Henlon struggled to get anything to go so far tonight. 1 of 8 from the field.
He'll keep taking them, though. He's confident in his ability to drop them.
Phoenix with the penetration, flattens out. Bolsa will chase it down, and the foul is called on Fab Flanoy. That now foul number 3 on Fab Flanoy. He's the 4th bullet to reach that mark. And it's almost exclusively the inside players. I know Fab's only 6'3", but he is a rebounder. Phoenix, Flanoy, Atete, and James.
The interesting thing about that is these guys start getting in foul trouble and leaving the game. Who are they going to put on Bucknell? Bucknell's going to go to work to him on the post. And Nigel's not going to be able to mark him. Burns is not going to be able to mark him. Maybe bring Sims in. Just body him up size for size.
Steve Bucknell, who's been the nemesis of the Bullets so far this evening. Bolsa makes them both. Bucknell, of course, was desperate to win that championship final back in 1996 after Tony Dorsey beat him to the Player of the Year award.
We see boxing 1 again. Boxing 1 zone. We got Bolsa marking Lloyd exclusively. Good help.
Jameson. Oh, it went in. Jameson threw it up and it went in. I don't think Sean even knew it went in at first, but the basket did go in for Sean Jameson. The referee's going to give it to him. Watch this.
I don't even know how he got it up there. 4 guys, 3 guys, 4 guys there.
It came up H.L. Coleman's head.
Yeah.
Take another look at this. Here's Coleman coming from the weak side. There he is. Boom, off his head. Off his head. But it will count for Sean Jameson.
Now he needs to finish. Shot real well off the line last week against us. Traditionally not a great free throw shooter.
Coleman with 1 basket tonight he didn't want. He doesn't make that one, Sean Jameson. Johnny Johnson with his 8th defensive rebound of the game.
Miscommunication there on the Towers offense.
Lewis with 10 on the shot clock, 22 on the game clock. Lewis goes through and is fouled by Joel Burns. That's his second.
Danny recognizing that the shot clock running down, he needs to create something to the basket. I mean, this is classic Danny Lewis. Getting in there, getting fouled. We just haven't seen enough of that, obviously, because of the injury.
Danny Lewis, number 2 in the country from the foul line this season. Towers, the number 1 free throw shooting team in the country this season. 12 of 13 from the foul line tonight. Only Steve Bucknell has missed from the line this evening. And being as he's 9 for 10, I think you can forgive him 1. Lewis makes them both.
Used it all.
Every little piece of the ring. It's a 1-point Birmingham lead over the London Towers. This is the final play of the third quarter. Nigel Lloyd with the ball in his hands.
Sitting in the zone again, trying to keep Nigel from penetrating.
Lloyd fires up over Bullshot off the side of the ring, saved from Fat Flanoy, but the shot did not go. Sean Jameson leads the Bullets with 12. Can they do it again for the third time, or will the Towers come back? 44-45, it's going to the wire. We'll be right back.
Bring it, bring it.
The second spot at Wembley is up for grabs as the Manchester Giants and the Edinburgh Rocks meet in an all-Northern Conference clash. Tonight on Sky Sports 3, that's at 10 p.m. In the first semi, after 3 periods, it's a 1-point game. Let's get back to our comms. Chris Finch and Daniel Routley.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Ron Aberglen. Can he take the Towers to the championship final yet again? It would be his first appearance, or will Mike Finger and the Birmingham Bullets send Mike back to Iowa on a high with a championship victory? Chris Finch, you're a man who's had a few superstitions in his time. Do you believe the Bullets in their 2-year superstition? 96 championship winners, 98 championship winners, 2000. Could this be their year?
Well, they're certainly playing well enough. I picked them early, and I picked them. I think they're going. I actually think they're going to win it all. They'll find a way to win this game with their effort on the glass.
Danny Lewis will run it back for the London Towers. Lewis going to the basket, short rebound. Johnson got hit from behind. Johnson again, and Flanoy with the rebound. Donnie Johnson looked like he might have took 2 shots.